All right, now welcome to the Ark. And after 2.5 months, we're officially open. And you're going to be able to follow along as we document this journey. After 2.5 months, we're finally open. This is day one. You're going to be able to follow us along as we do private showings, set some roots in this market, which is not a new market for me. I was born and raised here in Rosendale, but I really want to get more business here. Just focus on this area so the office will work. That's the plan. You're going to be able to see for yourself if it does. If it doesn't, we're going to go from zero to hero. Please subscribe, share. I appreciate your support. So we're gone. We have an inspection to do this morning. Then we're going to come back to the office. We do have a showing in the afternoon. A few phone calls we got to do, a few maintenance things we got to do. We did have a closing that went on the record today, so we have to upload some documents so we can get paid. So we're off to the inspection. It's gonna be cool. First time home buyer. It's a 2-family house in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Boston. Really nice. The house needs some work, but we got a great deal. It was an off-market deal, and we already negotiated some money up front to do some repairs. And after the inspection, if things, any surprises, who knows? We might negotiate even more money, seller credits that the seller's gonna have to give my client to help with those repairs. So come with me, let's check it out. I may have some tips for you too. All right, and we're at the inspection, and when I'm showing a house, a lot of my buyers are first-time home buyers, first-time landlords, first-time investors. We like seeing separate utilities. This is a 2-family house. You got one electrical panel and an electrical meter outside for the first floor, electrical panel for the second floor, and an electrical meter for the second floor. Ideally, you'd like to see a third one, which is for all the common areas, including the basements, outside lights, and stuff like that. The owner usually takes care of that. But at least here we have 2. We can figure out the common areas. If there's going to be a lot of electricity being used in the common areas, then yes, you should get a third meter and not have your tenants pay for your common area electricity. Another component is your heating systems in the Northeast Boston. We get cold winters. You cannot have your tenant go a night without heat. So it's very important to know the conditions of your boilers. Sometimes I recommend you replace them before you even start moving folks in. Place like this, which is already occupied, both these folks have been here for over 25 years. They're working, they're fine. Just get them serviced every year. Buy a plumber, make sure they're in good health before the winter hits. That way there's no surprises. Hey, how's it going? I was talking to my buyer right after we left on the phone. I'm going to wait for the report and just have a deeper conversation with him about today. I know the wife was a little panicky about the electrical situation. Contractor is someone that he trusts, has done work at his business before. I was talking to him a little bit too, and we have some people in common. So I trust him. I don't think he was gouging him or anything, but he did bring up some stuff that needs to be done. If there's any movement or anything that we can do to keep it together. Tomorrow, we'll have the report in the morning. I'm going to meet with them at his business there in Boston in the morning around 10 o'clock. And then, brother, take it easy. Sounds good.
All right, buddy. So we'll talk. We you know what we need. We need something like, bedroom first floor with stairs.
No stairs. Not a lot of
stairs. In this place asking for all this money. They need to be ashamed of themselves. Come on,
you got that?
Yeah.
I hope you got that.
Bye.
All right, Benny.
All right, take it easy. We just got finished showing them this townhouse. I like it, but she's really not trying to do stairs. She's having a tough time getting up there in age. Her knees are not like they used to be. So we're gonna have to get her something that's less stairs, definitely, or have the primary bedroom on the first floor. And yeah, she's working. She has a nice program from the city that's going to cover the down payment, the closing costs. She's going to be able to get into whatever she ends up getting into with no money out of her pocket. And they're going to give her like a subsidy, so they're going to continue to help her for 14 years with her mortgage. So obviously she has to buy. We're going to buy, but we're going to be patient and find the right home for her, right? But that's what we do. Yeah, so that's what we do all day. We should show places. We're gonna get one of these days. We're gonna get me doing some cold calls, get some people being a little rude to me and calling me different names. That'll be fun too. So I do that just to get lead generation and get the leads flowing, and that's just part of what we do to just keep clients coming in. But for the most part, we're servicing also in terms of the buyers, people that are word of mouth, people that I've served before that have given me or given my name out or phone number out to friends and family that are looking to buy and sell. So that's where the primary source of leads or clients are coming from. I hate calling them clients. To me, they're all friends. Once I get to know you after the first meeting, you're my friend. You're not my client. And that's just like her. She came from a lender that referred her to me. And we hit it off first day, and that's it. We're friends. And that's what we joke around. We play around like that. At this point, she's not a client. She's a friend. All right, check this place out, Bill. And I should tell, I should have started with the story. Why I decided to start an office and why I'm just taking a leap of faith into this journey. Having an office creates a lot of overhead cost. And I know it's, they sell 2 or 3 houses, they automatically think they're a broker, they're going to have an office, they're going to have a team, they're going to be a millionaire. It's not just quite like that. I wanted to create an atmosphere. I've been doing this since COVID, so not that long, 5-6 years. But I've grown so much and so fast, and I've learned. I wasn't just a realtor before realtor. I've been an investor for quite a bit, and so I already knew about real estate. I already have a good sphere of influence, people that love me, and more importantly, trust me. And so I just took advantage of that. Took advantage of the fact that they trusted me, and I felt like I can build a business around that. And man, God has blessed me with the ability to do that. And so that's what we're doing. But with the office, I've been a part of a couple brokerages before, and I just never found the right environment where I felt welcomed, where I felt like I could just be myself, service my people, my market, and do it in a way that makes me happy and makes me comfortable with the way they're being treated as well. I've just been in different brokerages where they were just adding random fees to my clients and just more worried about the bottom dollar in terms of the customer and not the customer experience. And I just felt like having an office, even if I'm under a brokerage like EXP, they do give me the liberty of opening my office and really allowing me to cater it to how I want my clients to be treated and the kind of atmosphere and the people that I want to be around with. So we're growing the team. I do have an agent that's with me already. We're going to continue to grow that team. But most importantly, we're going to keep good chemistry in the office, and we're going to be able to, like I said, just treat clients the way I want them, where I feel like they should be treated. And we're going to keep advising them and helping them make the best decisions. And I do specialize in multifamilies and helping first-time home buyers jump into being an investor right away, house hacking, buying a multifamily, starting that way, and scaling from that. So that's that. But I also have a niche in is working with the Spanish-speaking population. And a lot of them are first-generation homeowners. So I do have the patience for that. I've done the homework. I've done the studies. I'm able to help them see what grants they fit into. And always, most of the time, shouldn't say always, but I would say 9 out of 10 or a little bit higher than 90% of the time, I'm able to help them with some money, either grants, either closing cost credits that's being paid for by the seller to help them out. I'm able to help them with something. So I'm very, very, very proud of that. And most importantly, get them into a good situation, a house that's going to gain equity, hopefully, as well as, give them some money or help them with their mortgage at the end of the month by renting out a space. So we've been very successful at doing that, and that's what we're going to continue to do, God willing. So subscribe, continue to watch, and again, follow the journey. Let's go.